Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen, Sayyidina wa Habibina Mawlana Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallim. And let's all begin with dua together. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, apologies for the late start this morning. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah. So I think let's just dive straight into the new work, inshallah, because we are running a bit behind in time. So in our last lesson, we finished we basically came to the end of harfu jar and ismul majroor, and I think there was some homework to do, but I'm gonna leave the homework for now. I'm gonna get straight into the new lesson, and the new lesson basically starts with this exercise. So this exercise was for homework. So I wanted to quickly look at this exercise 6.1 in your workbook as well, and on the screen as well. So number 6.1, number 1 reads Baytul Waladi, the house of the boy. The second one is Kitab al-Rajuli, the book of the man. And the third one is Kitabi Rajulin, the book of a man. So if you look at all these examples, what is the pattern that you see on these examples? So let me ask a question. If you look at the next one, number 4, Muslimatul Madinati, the Muslims of the city. Look at the number 5, Muslimu al-Madinati, Muslimul Madinati, the Muslims of the city, and Muslim al-Madinati, the two Muslims of the city. What do all 6 of these examples, which pattern do you see? So you can either unmute yourself and just tell me which pattern you see, or you can put in the chat, which pattern do you see?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
barakatuh. So what I picked up, and according to the notes, so all the first words is joining into the second word.
Well, when you say joining, what do you mean?
So like Baitul, Kitab, Kitabar. Okay, not all necessarily, but so while all the second words ends in the jar, khal.
Okay, good. So the first thing is that all the second words end in the jar hal. Good. What else is there?
I've muted it. Give someone else a chance.
Okay, bismillah, bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum, Maulana.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The rule that we seem to have picked up from the discussion last time is this light words and heavy words, where there's no al and there's no tanween on the letter, on the first set of words. So there isn't a tanween.
Okay, so light and heavy is something new. But if you look at the first word, if you look at the end of the first word, it looks unusual. Let's just say unusual for now. If you look at the first word, baytu, we normally, if there's no aw, we say tanween, we say baytun. Okay. And kitaba, we don't say kitaban because there's no aw. Even muslimatu, even muslimuna, there's something missing. So what we can say is that there's something missing at the end of the first word. Okay, good. What else? So we said that the second word ends in jar, and that the first word, there's something funny at the end of the word. There's no tanween or there's no noon. What else?
In the meaning of the sentence, every sentence has an of in it, like it belongs to somebody.
Okay, good. So basically, we're adding in translation, we're adding Baytul Waladi, the house of the boy, the book of the man. So in other words, there's no of in the sentence in the Arabic. We don't see a special word for of, but we're adding of in the translation. Good. What else?
Assalamu alaikum. There is no at the first, even though we say it in English, the house or the house of the boy, there's no al
Okay.
in the first.
Yes, perfect. So in the first word, we don't see an al at the beginning of the sentence. However, in the translation, we're always saying the. So in the first word, in the first word like baytu, kitaba, kitabi, muslimatu, there's no al, there's no the, but we always add a the. So in other words, we implying that there's a the at the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to summarize that rules. Those are the main rules that you've identified, alhamdulillah. So, I mean, one other thing I would mention here is that the first word has different hals. The second word is always in jar, but the first word can be raf'un, can be nasbun, or can be jarrun. Okay, so that's the final observation. So if we look at that those patterns, and now we go to the next part of the exercise. The next part, number 7, says Shahrul Qur'ani. Shahrul Qur'ani. So it has the same thing. There's something missing at the end of the first word. The second word is in jar. How am I going to translate this? What's the translation for this?
The month of the Quran.
Okay, good. So it's the month of the Quran. So we added to the sentence, we added the at the beginning, and we added an of in the middle, the month of the Quran. This is the next one, number 8, Rasulullahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Translation.
The messenger of Allah.
The messenger of Allah. And again, I want to just, even those of you who are not, you don't want to speak, you don't want to, if you ever try to speak, just follow with us. That again here we're adding the and we adding the of. Next one, Baiti Muslimin. Baiti Muslimin.
A house of a Muslim.
Would you say a house?
The house of a Muslim.
The house. Good. So in other words, in this pattern here, we're always adding a there at the beginning. We're always adding a bird. So it's the house of a Muslim or the Muslim?
A Muslim.
Good. So it's the house of a Muslim. The house of a Muslim. Okay, good. Now, if we can apply that, so in other words, again, I'll summarize. All of these have a the at the beginning, and all of these have an of in the middle. The first word has something missing at the end, and the second word is in jar. Quite a few things to keep in mind. How would I say the door of the masjid? How would I say the door of the masjid?
Babu Masjid.
Okay, so I'll start with the word bab, right? I'll start with the word bab. So bab.
No, but I didn't know the hal of the first word.
So the hal of the first word will depend on other factors in the sentence. So if we don't know the hal of the first word, we just add the rafun as default for now. But the hal will be determined by other factors. For example, I'll give an example now, but let's just do this one quickly. Babu and al-masjidi. Babul masjidi. That will be the door of the masjid. So that's the first thing. What happened if I had to add a fee at the beginning here? What will it become? Fee? Is it right to say fee babul masjidi?
Fi babil.
There's a fee. If the fee harful jar after harful jar comes, ismu majroor, then the seed then will be affected by that.
Would that be in the door of the masjid?
In the door of the masjid. What if I change this first word to fatahtu? What does fatahtu mean? Fatahtu. Anybody, what does fatahtu mean?
We opened the door
I
of the
opened.
masjid.
I opened.
I open. Good. So fatahtu, I open.
The
So what
masjid.
would it be? Babu, baba, or babi?
Baba. Baba.
It will be baba. Why is maf'ul bi is done upon? Fatahtu, I opened. Bab al masjid, I opened the door of the masjid. So I just added that to explain.
Babi.
It will be baba in that one there because of it's maf'ul, it's done upon. So fataha is the verb, the two is the fa'il, the doer I, and baba is going to be the maf'ulun bihi. Okay. So that's just to clarify that the first word's hal is depending on what comes before it. But let's just go back to default, it leaves off here, and if we have no hal before, nothing before it, we just put rafun as default for now. So babul masjidi, babul masjidi. Next one, the pen of the man. How do you say it in Arabic? And those of you who are not speaking, you can add the answer in chat, inshallah. Bismillah.
Kalamu ar-rajuli.
Okay, so the word for pen we can say is qalam. Qalam. So what's it going to be?
So it's going to be Qalamu ar-rajuli.
Okay, good.
Qalamu
Qalam.
ar-rajuli.
Yes, let me just add my mouse pointer quickly. I just lost my cursor. Okay, it's back. Okay, so it's going to be qalamu ar-rajuli. Qalamu rajuli. Okay, so that's going to be the answer. So this was just here for you to kind of get the pattern of the word. How would I say? Let's do some verbal ones quickly. You can even write the answer in the chat. How would I say the house of the Muslims? Many Muslims. The house of the Muslims. You can try to answer on the voice, or you can just write the answer in chat. Bismillah. How would I say the house of the Muslims?
Baitul Muslimuna.
Bismillah.
I think it would be Baitu al-Muslimuni.
Okay, so how do I say al-Muslimuna? What's the meaning of al-Muslimuna?
Many Muslims,
And what hal is it in al-Muslimuna?
that's rough.
And how do I make it into jar?
Muslimina.
Al-Muslimina. So it'll be what?
Baitu al-Muslimina.
Good, perfect. So well done, Brother Asim. So the house of the Muslims will be Baitul Muslimina. Good. How would I say? How would I say? Let's say the book of the two men. The book of the two men. Bismillah. The book of the two men.
To be, I think Maulana Kitabu.
Good.
Kitabu. Rijal. So it will be not Rijalun. Rijalin.
Okay, so
Rijalan.
okay, so let's go back. One man is a rajul, right? Rajul is one man. What is two men?
Rajulaini.
Good. Rajulani or rajulaini. Rajulaini is the jar. So if I say the book of the two men,
Kitabul Rajulaini.
good. Kitabul rajulaini. Kitabu al rajulaini. Good. Al-rajulaini. So same pattern. Same pattern. We just make the second word jar. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to let me just clear this here. I'm gonna go back to the main lesson. Okay, this is actually the main lesson. Bismillah. So this is a new construction. This construction, let me just clear this annotation. This construction here, the example on the screen here shows this example, Kitabul Waladi. And this construction, before I even go into the names and the labels and so on, how would I recognize? Okay, let me go back to the example. How would I recognize if I have a sifa and mawsuf? How would I know I have a sifa and mawsuf? Okay, so the tawheed says jind. So two things, if I have sifa mawsuf, the second word will be describing the first word, and in the default case, they'll be matching in gen. How do I know if I have a harful jar ism majrur? It's an easy one.
You look for the harful jar.
You look for the harful jar. So in other words, you'll find one of those on the list there. Bita, walika, fi, ala, min, ala, hatta. You'll find the harful jar, and then the next one will be ism majrur. So the question is, how would I know when I have this construction?
When there's no al and no tanween on the first ism,
Okay, good.
second ism ends in jar.
Okay, perfect. So how do I know if I have this this construction? If there is no al at the beginning, number one, and there's no tanween or noon on the first word, and the second word is in jar, then I have this construction. Okay, then I have this construction. What construction is okay? So the translation of this is going to be the book of the boy. The book of the boy. So
It's like a possession and a possessor.
yes. So this in Arabic is the possessive case. So if you say the book of the boy, how else could I translate this in English?
The boy's book.
I could say the boy's book.
The
Same
book
thing.
that belongs to the boy.
Or the book that belongs to the boy. So I could say it in different ways in English, but normally we would say the boy's book, or we can say the book of the boy. It will be the same translation in terms of the meaning. Okay, so let me just do the labels. So the label here is that there's two parts. The first part of this construction, two parts. The first part is called mudafun, and the second part is mudafun ilayhi. Mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. It's a ilayhi or ilayhi, but ilayhi. Mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. So on your own, not on the mic, you can say it for yourself. Mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. Again, say it a few times. Mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. Mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. What do these words mean? Mudaf means that thing which is attributed. Mudaf means that thing which is attributed. And mudafun ilayhi means that which it is attributed to. That which it is attributed to. So the kitab is the thing being attributed, the book is being attributed, and who is it being attributed to? It's being attributed to al-waladi, the boy. So this construction is called mudaf and mudafun ilayh. So in your mind, you have a number of constructions. You have a jumlatul fi'liya construction where you have a fi'l, fa'il, maf'ulun bihi. Then you have a jumlatul ismiya construction where you have a mubtada and you have a khabar. And then you have a sifa mawsuf construction, which you have a mawsuf and a sifa. You have a harfu jar ism majrur construction. And today you have a new construction. You have a mudafun and mudafun ilayhi construction. Okay. Now, the mudafun and mudafun ilayhi construction is what we're going to focus on first. It's not the meaning, it's just how to recognize it. How to, like you read in the Quran, how do you know when you came across a mudafun ilayhi? So what we're going to say is that the first word, there's something happening to the first word. So the first word, something is affected at the end of the first word. So we're going to call that the light version. So what's the light version? For example, we have Muslimun. The light version is there's no al, but something is affected at the end. In other words, either the tanween is taken away or the noon is taken away. So Muslimun becomes Muslimu. What does Musliman become? Can I make it light?
Muslima.
Becomes Muslima. Okay, stay with me inshallah. And then Muslimin becomes what?
Muslimi.
Becomes Muslimi. So those three we're gonna call light. I mean, and that red thing we're gonna call. It's not a real thing in Arabic. It's like a made-up thing. We're gonna call that light, just for us to recognize that how that looks. Now, how about Muslimani? How do I make that light?
Muslima.
Becomes
Muslima.
Muslima, and then Muslimaini.
Muslimay.
Muslimay, and other Muslimani, same thing. Muslimay. So in other words, to make something light, I can even take the noon away. Even the noon falls away. How about Muslimuna?
Muslimu.
Becomes Muslimu. And Muslimina?
Muslimi.
Muslimi. And the last one, Muslimi. In other words, light just means very simple. Light means there's no al at the beginning. There's no al at the beginning, and at the end there's no n sound. In other words, tanween is gone or noon is gone. Tanween is gone or noon is gone. So in other words, a light word, in a sense, when you're reading Quran, a light word must jump out at you. Why? Because if you read Quran, you come across the word Muslimu, immediately you must find it strange, because normally a word, if it has no al, that's tanween. That's a normal thing. So in other words, if you see now a light word, it must jump out at you. Okay. These are all called light. Okay, so what's the first row? Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. How do I make those three light? Bismillah. I want some other voices to join, inshallah. Let's ask someone who hasn't joined to join. Bismillah. Okay, we have a new voice. Just be brave. You can hit unmute there, bottom left. You just say it. You don't have to even like greet also. You don't greet now. It's fine. You can just say it.
How about it? Muslimatu,
Naam, Bismillah. And Muslimatan,
Muslimata,
Muslimata, and
Muslimati.
MashaAllah. Brother Abbas, shukran for making a debut. Hopefully you're going to be a frequent participant, inshallah. So Muslimatu, Muslimata, and Muslimati. That's going to be the light version. Okay, someone new, inshallah, for the next row. Someone new, another debut. Bismillah.
Alaikum
Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Muslimata,
Good.
Muslimatai,
Good.
Muslimatai.
Muslima, Muslimatai. I'm sure speaking on Zoom is much easier than speaking in class. What do you guys think is easier? Inshallah. Okay, last one. Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. Who wants to go?
مولانا
No.
وعليكم السلام مسلمات مسلماتي مسلماتي.
Okay, perfect. Muslimatu, Muslimati, Muslimati. Good. So what we're doing again, we're always doing simply saying that these words in red are light. What does light mean? Light means no al at the beginning and no tanween or noon at the end. Okay, let's give a quick test to you. Okay, so light means no al at the beginning and doesn't end with a n sound. In other words, no tanween, no noon. Kitabun, is it light or not light?
Not light.
Those of you okay? Not light.
Not light.
Kitabu. Bismillah, in the chat, let's put it in there as well. Kitabu, light or not light?
Light.
Light, good. Muslimuna.
Not light.
Not light.
Not light. Muslimu.
Light.
Okay, it's light, good. Salihatun.
Not light.
Not light.
Light. Salihatun. Salihatu.
Light.
Okay, now you must think carefully. Al-Muslimu.
Not light.
It's light.
Light or not light?
Light.
Light.
You got two lights.
Not light.
Okay, one not light. Two not lights.
Not light. Not
Okay,
light.
I remind you of definition of light.
Light.
Light means no al and
Not light.
good, mashallah. So light means what? No al and no tanween. So you can see al-Muslimu has an al, so it can't be light. So don't look at the end only. The beginning must also have no al. Okay, with me. The beginning must have no al, and the end must have no tanween. End must have no.
Not light.
Not light. Good. And al-Muslimatu. Bismillah.
Not light.
Light.
Not
Not light.
Okay, al-muslimatu.
Not light.
Good. Al-muslimatu is going to be not light. Okay. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. The first thing is what? The first word must be light. So hopefully now you know what light means. Light, because in other words, it looks easy now, but when you read the whole page of Quran and you become confused because there's so many words, what's going on. The first word must be light. In other words, no tanween,
No tanween.
no noon. Okay. Okay, now,
Mm.
okay, I'm just, now,
Yes. Not light.
okay, so that's the rule. The first word is light, and the second word must be in jar. So if you can remember that today's lesson is what? Is that when I come to a construction, two words, and the first word is light, and the second word is jar, and then I have this construction. This construction is called what? This construction is called what? It is called mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. This construction is called what? It's called mudafun and mudafun ilayhi. Okay, what do I do when I have this construction? Besides knowing it's mudaf and mudafun ilayhi, what I do? In other words, how I recognize it? Light jar. What do I do with it? I add a the before the first word, and I add an of between the two words. Okay, let's just separate those two things. How do I recognize it? Light, first word, jar, second word. How do I understand it translated? I add a the before the first word, and I add an of in the middle. Okay, and then I have a mudaf and mudafun ilayh. The first word, I'll remind you, and even though we can't see the al, the first word is always definite. In other words, there's an implied al at the beginning. There's an implied the at the beginning. So the first word is always definite, and the second word is always jarun. Second word is always jarun. Take a moment, just absorb all of that. Just absorb all of that. Irshad, yes, you raise your hand. Okay.
Rana, I have a question, please. So here we have the book of the man. Is there any way in Arabic to say a book of the man, where the first word isn't definite, or does that not exist in Arabic?
It does exist, but you will use a different construction. In other words, you won't use mudaf and mudaf ilayh. You'll make like kitabun li rajulin. You add a harf jar in the middle. A book of the man, belonging to the man, and so on. You can't use this. You can't use this construction.
Okay, so this is exclusive for the definite on the first word.
Yes, because the mudaf is always definite. So the rule of the mudaf is that the mudaf is always definite. It can't be indefinite. To use an indefinite construction, you have to use something different in Arabic.
Okay, cool. Shukran.
Okay, so we can turn to what worksheet is. I think it's worksheet 6.2. Is it 6.2? Okay,
No.
so what I want you to do in this worksheet is Nasreen, are they all in groups already? Nasreen's confirmed with me, but what you can do in this worksheet is that you're going to, number one, you're going to translate each one, and you're going to identify which one is the mudaf and which one is the mudafun ilayhi. Which one is the mudaf and which one is the mudafun ilayhi in your groups, inshallah. So again, in your groups, I encourage you to, if you want to unmute your mics and show your video. I'm not going to go into any of the groups, so all the females will be in their groups, males will be in your groups. I won't come into any of the groups. You guys can be comfortable. I'm going to give you about, let's say, about 7 to 8 minutes. We'll be back at 10:05, inshallah. So I'm going to give you a few, or maybe less, maybe 3 minutes past 10. We'll give you about 8 minutes to put in a group. So what we do is we're going to put in groups virtually now. A message will pop up on your screen, and then you accept to enter into the room, the breakout room, and then from there you can unmute your mic and camera, and you can take a turn. Each one takes a turn, translation, and then where's the mudaf and where's the mudaf ilayh. And if someone's getting confused, inshallah, you help each other out, inshallah. So that's in Bismillah, you can put them in there in the groups, inshallah. Just accept when you see the message. Okay, assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I'm sure you're all back now again. Alhamdulillah. I'm just wondering, are you guys interacting in the breakout rooms? Is it or the people just hiding away?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, we're interacting, Maulana, but it's while we're interacting, we just get, there is no warning to say we're going back to you. Then
Oh,
it just gets
okay.
cut off.
Okay, normally it's supposed to give you a 1 minute, 1 minute warning in the room. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we got the 1 minute warning, and then it says it's going back now.
okay. But how's the interaction? Is everybody interacting? I'm not sure if people are speaking, talking.
It's actually very good, Maulana.
Okay, mashallah. And those other comments, you can give me some feedback in the chat, inshallah, if you don't say anything. Because I'm just assessing whether it's effective, whether it's working.
Very good, Maulana, from us, very good. But there was one or two in our group that I think maybe they had some maybe technical issues or something because they weren't able to participate. So maybe they had some difficulty. But otherwise, it is very good.
Okay. And for those who don't want to maybe speak, I mean, obviously I encourage all of you to speak in the room and so on. But if you don't want to speak, at least you can maybe even type in the room and you can even send messages in the room, if you want to. Alhamdulillah. I wonder, do any students actually prefer online lessons as opposed to in person? It's much more obviously convenient. Obviously, we all miss the mask in the environment. So I'm wondering if it's some people actually prefer online lessons.
It's nice to be able to sit at home in my pajamas and learn Arabic, Maulana.
Alhamdulillah.
And to be able to eat in between.
Alhamdulillah. So I think maybe next year, inshallah, I'm thinking of launching a separate online course to the mastery course. So people can choose whichever they prefer. Of course, the online course has much more reach in terms of you can do it anywhere in the world. But we also do Mr. Mastery. So inshallah, next year we'll probably have on both. Inshallah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Allah knows best.
That's the ease after the difficulty, Maulana.
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah. So I normally actually broadcast from a different location. There's the Gutri school has like a nice studio setup. So I normally broadcast there. So like feels like I'm going to class. But today I'm at home. So alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah. So okay. So that I'm going to, okay, let me just go through quickly. Let's just, I'm going to give each person, so most of you, inshallah, if I will read out the Arabic, you can write the answer in the chat, and we'll give each person one chance to share the answer on voice chat. Okay, so all you must do is just unmute your mic, and each person gets one chance to share the answer, inshallah, and the rest can do it on the voice chat. But just don't be shy, inshallah, join us, inshallah. Bismillah. So first one, Rasulullahi, just translation. So add the answer in voice chat, and one person gives the answer one person in voice chat, and the rest of you in the messenger chat.
The messenger of Allah.
Good.
Yeah.
Next one, Yawm al-Qiyamati. The messenger of Allah, first one. Next one, Yawm al-Qiyamati.
The day of Qiyamah.
The day of Qiyamah. So how can we translate Qiyamah?
Add it as the day of the hour.
Okay,
Of the hour.
Okay, so generally al-Qiyamah comes from the word qama yaqumu, and qama yaqumu means to stand. So al-Qiyamah means it's the day of the standing. In other words, the day of the standing before Allah Ta'ala. But normally we translate it as the day of, you won't say the day of the judgment. You can say that it's not the best English, but so Qiyamah means the day, literally means the day of the standing. That's the literal meaning. But we will render it in English as the day of judgment. Okay, for resurrection we will use Yawmul Ba'ath or something. So something else, inshallah. Next one, Baytillahi.
The house of Allah.
The house of Allah.
The house of Allah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Does someone have a question? Okay, no. Next one. Dinul Muslimina. And you person every time on the voice chat. Bismillah. Dinul Muslimina.
Maulana, why does it say Dainul Muslimin? Is it a mistake? Or is it correct?
Oh, it's a mistake, yeah. No, that's a mistake actually. I mean, I probably intended
Can you say?
Deen. Yeah, I probably intended Deen, but Deen is also a word. So it is it's a mistake in a sense. I didn't intend to make it Deen. I intended to make it Deen, but Deen is also a word. Deen means death, and Deen means like religion. So I must actually fix it. But Deen actually means death. So if it's Deenul Muslimina, it's what?
The death of the
death.
Muslims,
The
Yeah,
death of the
Death of the
Muslims.
the death of the Muslims.
And if it's Deenul Muslimina,
the religion of the Muslims.
the religion of the Muslims. Yeah, I didn't take actually Dinul Muslimina. But shukran for pointing it out. Next one. Baytul Rajuli.
The house of the man.
The house of the man. Good. Next one. Bayti Rajulin.
The house of a man.
The house of a man. Good. Muslimil Madinati. The Muslims of the city. Good. The Muslims, the many Muslims of the city. Good. Muslimul Madinati.
The Muslim males of the city.
The Muslims of the city, males or mixed group. Good. Next one. Salihatul Madrasati.
The pious of the school.
Yeah, the pious, and we refer to how many
Female.
pious people? 3 plus 5 for pious people. Good. The other is the pious, and other in brackets in the pious females, women of the school. Good. Qawlu Rasulin. Qawlu Rasulin.
The sayings of the Prophet.
Qawl we can translate as a statement. So the statement of a messenger or the messenger?
A
messenger. Good.
A messenger.
Next one. Ashabul Fil.
The messenger.
So Qawl Rasuli means the statement of a messenger. Or the speech of a messenger. Always there first. Next one. Ashabul Fil.
The companion.
Companions of the elephant.
Al-Fil means
Of the elephant. Is it?
good. The companions of the elephant.
The companion.
companions of the camel. Now, good. Next one.
Is it
Ashab al-Jannah.
singular or is it one companion or companions?
Good. So one companion is Sahib. Sahib
Sah-
is one companion. 2 is Sahibani. And you can say Sahibuna, Sahibina, or you can say Ashab. Ashab is the broken plural of Sahib.
And Sahaba is Sahaba from the same
Sahaba
word.
also a broken plural. So remember, like
Okay.
one word can have many plurals. So Sahib is one of them. Whereas actually, let me just I'd like to just, mashallah, when you have a question, I'd like to just look it up quickly so you can all see the answer. So where would you find the broken plurals again? Just remind me.
Hands.
You'll find in the dictionary. Okay, so we'll look at ashab. What will the root letters be?
Sahaba.
Sod,
What is-
ha, and ba.
It will be a
Sod, ha, and ba.
Sad, ha, and ba. So sahaba, and sahaba means to accompany. So we look for the word sahib. Okay, let's zoom in a bit here. You can see my screen, eh? So you can see the word sahib there. Sahib. The plural is ashab, sahb, sahaba, suhban, and suhba. So there's one word sahib has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different plurals, and they all mean companion. Okay, let's go back to our exercise. Where are we now?
Number 12.
Number 12. Okay, the rest I'm going to. Yeah, I'm a bit behind of time. Yeah. I'm going to give you one. So the rest is for homework, right? The rest is for homework. I'll give you one more thing for Nahwu. Just a quick challenge. Don't answer on the voice chat now. I'll give you all. I'll do all the answer this on the chat window. Translate the sentence for me. نصر الرجل الكبير الولد الصغير في مدينة الرسول. So on the chat window, Bismillah. Just translation. Okay, good, mashallah. I see lots of answers. Now, once you translated, I want you to look at each word and think about the label. Look at each word and think about the label. What do I mean by label? I mean fa'il, maf'ulun bihi, mudaf, mudafun ilayhi, sifa, mawsuf, all those things. And you should be able to label each single word. So again, you can put it in the chat. What is the label for nasara is a verb, a fi'l madi, good. So what's the label for arajulu? We know it's raf'un, but what's the label for it? You can type in the label. Fa'il, good. Brother Bari says fa'il, good. The doer, good. What's the label for al-kabir?
Sifa.
It's a sifa, good. So if al-kabir is a sifa, then what is ar-rajulu as well? Ar-rajul also it's the fa'il and it's the mawsuf, good. Good. What's the label for al-walada?
مفعول به.
Maf'ulun bihi, good. What's the label for as-saghira?
Sifa.
As-sifa. And if
Sifa.
as-saghira is a sifa, what is al-walada as well?
Mawsuf.
Also mawsuf, good. What's the label for fi?
Harful jar.
Okay, good. So the fi has no
Harful jar.
hal, but it's a harful jar, good.
Harful
What's the
jar.
label for madinati?
Ismul jar.
Ismul majrur. Majrur.
It's a ismul majrur, and at the same time it's what?
And it's also
Mawsuf. It's also no. Mudaf.
It is
Mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf.
Yes, mudaf.
Just mudaf.
It is
Mudaf.
It's going to be mudaf, good. And ar-rasul is going to be what?
Mudafun ilayhi.
Mudafun ilayhi.
Mudafun ilayhi.
So Madina is the mudaf, it ends about ism majrur, and Rasul is mudaf ilayhi. So Nasara helped ar-rajlu al-kabiru, the big man or the great man. The big man, the great man helped al-walad as-saghira, the small boy, in the city of the messenger. So it's quite exciting now. I like this part of Nahwu now, because you can see every week your sentence ability becomes bigger and bigger. So every week your ability to translate Arabic actually grows a lot now, because now you take every concept and you add it to a whole body of concepts. So alhamdulillah, it's good progress that you're making. So easy homework. Let me just check your homework so I make sure I give you the right homework. Let me just make sure I give you the right homework. So I said 6.2.
6.2, 12, 13.
Let me see if that's enough for you. Sometimes I want to also I want to, yeah. So 6.2 definitely. And I think definitely also 6.3 as well. So 6.3 is going to be very exciting because 6.3 is going to be a combination of the previous lessons put together, like fi sabilillah, fi sudurin nas, maliki yawmiddin, interesting ones. So 6.3 is all from the Quran, and also not only has mudaf ilayh, but also has some of the other concepts like sifa mawsuf and harfu jar ism majroor, mubtada khabar, fa'il maf'ul bihi. So it's going to be a really good exercise. And if you do like struggle, it's fine. It's fine to struggle because that's how the journey of learning is. So 6.2, you have two things you must do. Is number one is you must translate each one. And number two, I'd like you to add the label. So if we have this code thing on top here, we have this code thing here. So example, if I say Ayatul Rahman, Ayatul Rahman, Ayat, Ayatun, Ayatu, you can say Ayat is light and Ar-Rahman is jar. Therefore, it's mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Therefore, I add a meme dot on top for mudaf. You can see the meme dot for mudaf and meme dot alif there for mudafun ilayh. So add the labels. For example, fi sabilillah, you can say fi is harfu jar. What's the label? It's going to be harfu jar, ha jim. What's sabili? Sabili is going to be ism majroor, alif meme, and it's going to be mudaf, meme dot, and Allah is going to be, lafz jalala is going to be mudafun ilayh. So two things. Number one is translate, but number two is do try to add the labels to each word, inshallah. Okay, good. Next thing. Nasrin, if you can just send them work.